earpods are working or not. Hold on. I'll bring you along on my run today. Been out here for a while already. I've got 24k to do on the run today, and I'm breaking it down. I do like run walk intervals, so I'm doing 2 kilometers of run, 1 kilometer of walk for the entire time. Just roll that around 8 times, and that is how it works. I find like interval training is like the best way to get the distance done, the time on your feet done, but it breaks up that like mental load, because that is like the worst, isn't it? That mental bit of just going out there and knowing you've got so much to do and just getting it done. So yeah, just grinding it out today. I've been out here since just after 8, and I don't even know what time it is now, 10:30. So a couple of hours out here so far, and I've got a little bit left to do. What have I got to do? I'm in a walk at the minute, so I've got another 700 meters of walk, and then I've got a couple more runs to do, and then that'll be me done for the day. I wish I could say I'd be feeling smug, but I'll just mainly just be like hobbling around and feeling sad and tired. You know how it goes. Oh my goodness. So yeah, it's quite nice to just have somebody to talk to be honest with you, because often I'll run with my running buddy, but she's not here today, so I'm on my own. So I've been listening to podcasts and I've been listening to music, but now I am talking to you guys, which is nice. It's nice to have someone to talk to. So I've got 600 meters to go until I do my next run slot. So I'm doing an interval, 2 kilometers run, 1 kilometer walk to get the 24 kilometers done today, which is, for anybody who is in miles, that is, I don't know, more than 13, because half marathon is 13 and that's 21k. So I mean, I'd say 13, 14, 15 miles maybe, something like that. I don't know, do you guys know? But yeah, so this is the best way that I find to sort of like grind it out and get it done, is to just find somewhere to go and just do like laps. So I'm doing 8 reps essentially today of 2 on 1 off, and I've come to my lovely local woodland to do it in, which is really nice. It's so beautiful. That's like a nice little open bit there. It's just really nice to come here. When I came out this morning, it was like dreary and horrible and grey, and now it's like really sunny, and I didn't put any sunscreen on because I thought, and I didn't bring a hat and I didn't bring my sunglasses because it was like literally freezing cold and grey, and there was no hint of any kind of sun. But now it's like glorious, and you know, never mind. I can go back on. That's good. Let's top up the old tan. Anyway, what have we got? Just less than 500 meters to go, and then I'm back on it again, running down these trails. The best thing about running intervals is that you know you're never far from having a bit of a break. So it's just really good just to break it up mentally if you're somebody who like gets really overwhelmed with like a big distance. And this morning when I woke up, I thought, I do not want to run today. I don't want to run. I just knew I had to. Last night I went to bed knowing that I was going to get up and run. And then I got up and I knew I was going to have to do it. And even if I don't want to do it, I know I'm going to have to. So it's not like I'm giving myself an option to not. But I didn't want to. So by knowing that I'm doing like 2 on 1 off, it like breaks up that overwhelm. It's really good for that. It definitely makes a big difference. So, you know, if you are getting into running, I know the couch to 5k is like really good because that like is all interval training as well. All of my big runs that I train for, I do all intervals. I never go out and just run like whatever. I just chunk it down. It's definitely the best way to go. Chunking it down is definitely the easiest, especially for the longer runs, because I do trail running. There's often a lot of hills, you know, sometimes, especially in the winter, you come up against like obstacles and you have to walk for a little bit. So if you've got in your mind that mindset of I'm just going to run and I'm never going to stop, that's like amazing road runner mentality. But I've been a road runner. I am no longer a road runner. I am proud to call myself a trail runner. So trail runners, we stop. We're a little more humble. We just like to just take them off with the smooth. We have a little walk every now and again. Have a little snack. Always have a little snack. I've just had my nutrition for the last block. I had a high five caffeine gel actually. I'll show you what I have because they're quite good. There we go. I've got my little bum bag on. So that is what I've polished off. The high five. The aqua gels are really good. They're not as gloopy as the other ones, which I know are like more for cyclists. So yeah, those are really good because if you don't have a drink either, they are kind of like nice for mouthfeel, you know. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna get going again in a minute. So yeah, beautiful woodland walk and run for this training run today. Oh, and I have yesterday. I was sort of like thinking yesterday, what was I going to do? Because I was doing some more recording for my 14-day series that I'm releasing literally every day. So today's one was like a cardio one, but I recorded that a couple of days ago, thankfully. So yesterday I'd recorded a, what did I record yesterday? A relaxing one, which was nice. That was more like, there was a lot of wall stuff. You know when you do like wall Pilates type stuff on there, which is quite good. There was an all-standing relaxation and flexibility session, so that's tomorrow's. So did that yesterday, and then I did Monday's session, which is like bone health. To have to like figure out what I'm going to record if I know I'm going to do a really long run, because I can't run tomorrow because my husband's away. So. And I can't burden anybody with like, oh yeah, Cole, can you just watch the kids while I go for a run? But I'm like gone for like 4 hours. It's not like I'm just like, and everyone's like, oh no, I'll take the kids. But it's like, no, honestly, it's not. I'm not going to be gone for 30 minutes. So it's like it's a bit of an ask, isn't it? So he's here today, which is why I'm here now. So to schedule it all in, you have to make sure that I didn't want to do a cardio yesterday if I knew I was doing this today. I don't want to like overly push myself too much because I've still got like all the usual, you got the wifing and the mumming and the everything else. We're going to get going, going to get running again in just a sec. I'd be interested to know if you can hear me properly. I don't know how good these earpods are. Maybe take them out. Better. I'm going to disconnect them. I'm just going to try and disconnect my earpods just so that they don't kick in. Okay, am I back? I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, we're running now. We're running, and we are on for 2K. Running for 2K now on these trails. So this is what I'm running on. This is my surface. It's like fairly standard British woodland trail surface. It's quite nice to run on a little bit. I like to run towards the edge. It's a little looser here, but it's not as compact. Sometimes in the middle it can be quite compact, and then you get that like camber as well. So I do like to running on the edge a little bit more, even though it is a little looser. So yeah, so I've got it programmed on my watch today for 2K. So depending on what fitness tracker you've got, you can program on to schedule your workouts in. So you can schedule in what work to rest, and you can do that for time or distance. So I scheduled in today my distance 2 kilometers and my rest distance 1 kilometer. So my 3 kilometers rolling 8 times to make my session. And then I just find that workout and press go. And then I don't have to think then. I've got a nutrition alert set up on my watch as well, so that every 45 minutes it reminds me to take some nutrition on. Otherwise I get weak and sad. And sometimes I forget I haven't eaten. And I'll just eat things like, sometimes I'll alternate salty and sweet. So I might have like pretzel or something, or mini cheddars. They're quite good. That kind of thing for a salty. And for a sweet, I've recently, because I needed to, and started stealing my 8-year-old's bear yo-yos. Like dehydrated fruit that's been like smushed and reshaped. Those kind of like, it was like toddler snacks, but she bloody loves them. So I nicked one of those because I didn't have anything else. And they are like just pure fruit sugar. So really good for a bit of energy and not too much nonsense in them, you know. I don't like to, not what that was. I don't like to take too much shit in to my body. I like to try and make sure that the foods that I'm eating, even if they are processed like that, they're not like mega weird ingredients, because that's when you start, you know, if you don't know what you're putting in, you sure as hell don't know what you're putting out in terms of your. Oh, so it'll beep at me after 1k, and then I'll know that I'm just counting down to the end of the second. And then it'll be another walk. And sometimes in that kilometre walk will, because nobody else in is so no, I don't miss those days. Lots of nice smiley people about with the children and dogs. That's nutrition alert. I think I've eaten all my nutrition. I have to head back to the car to get some more on the next round. Just keep going. That's the thing. One foot in front of the other. And when it feels tough, you just count 1, 2, 3, like that, all the way to 10, back round again, until you're so distracted from what you're doing because you're counting that everything sort of feels okay, you know? That's just what we do. I told you, I just get on with the maths. Goodness me, it's at this point that I struggle because, like I say, I've been out here for over 2 hours now, and it starts to get tough, especially when you've just done a hill. You can't de-escalate your breathing as much. Just try and control it and take the panic away as much as possible. I have that. I get that, like, fear, overwhelm, panic, anxiety. I'm really bad with all that. It's just who I am. And I find running helps, but it also sort of brings it on sometimes. And I have to work through it, which is a good thing. It's a good thing to have to work through that level of kind of anxiety and overwhelm. But it's really hard sometimes, because you do feel like you can't do it, and who are you, and what is the point of doing this anyway? You get angry and sad and everything. Just keep it going. How long have we got? 200 meters. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. We've got a little hill coming up as well, so hopefully I'll be walking by that hill. About to bust out into the beautiful British late springtime. Come on, Kirsty, keep it going. You got this. That's it. Car coming. Try not to take my life into my hands too much, not into pause while this goes past. Don't want to actually get run over. Thank you. Okay, right, where are we at? Oh, 70 meters. Can't really stop now. I need to get that bit done. Okay, let's keep it going. Keep it going. Oh no, I've got the hill, but it's still a hill. You know, this is going to stop. This interval's going to finish at the top yet. So we have done 20 kilometers. Oh, that's not bad. 20 kilometers now. So almost at the half marathon stage, which is 21k. Do you know what? That's all right. I feel okay about that. 20k done. 4 to go. So what's that? That's this walk, which is 1, and then 1 more round. Bloody hell. Do you know, when I rocked up this morning, I did not think that was going to be the case. I was like, I cannot see the end of this. I don't even know when this is gonna happen. Oh dear. Let's have a look on here. There you go, can you see? That's where we're going. Isn't it so beautiful? The lovely trails that I've got on my doorstep. I did drive here, so it's about a 10-minute drive from where I live to come down here. And I think that's the other thing with doing running training is you don't always have to run from home. Don't be worried about like going to drive to a run, especially if you want a traffic-free run or a run where I know you're going to feel safe. For me, my safety is like, as I've got older, my safety is the thing I think about the most. I'm so concerned about staying safe and keeping safe and being somewhere where I know where I am, I know where I can get to where I need to be, other people know where I am. That for me. And also if I get injured, then I know that I can get myself home. So I think that, yeah, don't be afraid to like drive to a run. I do that quite a lot, and you can get some really good runs in then if you've got like that destination to get to that run, and actually you enjoy it a little bit more, especially if you're looking for hills training. I think my cheeks are. If you're looking for like hills, you know, you need to run on all terrain, but you live in a town and you've just got pavement, then drive to a run or go to your friend's house and do it together. Or there's so many good places that you can go. And like here, I have to pay for parking to be here, but if I had got my shit together, I could basically just get a parking permit. I would need to do that. Okay, I'm going to do that because I'm here like quite a lot, and I just end up paying for the parking, which is just silly. But anyway, that's on my to-do list. Blimmin' to-do list as long as my arm today. So on today's agenda, get this run finished, finish this walk, do the next round. Then I'm gonna go back home. Boy has got club today, and then I think it's DIY. For the day. We are doing our house that we bought last year is like a Victorian school. It's not like a Victorian school, it's a Victorian school, and it needs quite a bit of TLC. And so basically in all of our free time, that's what we do, is like just renovating the house. Just after Christmas we had no floor in our like big main room, but now we have floor, and we're adding shelving units and stuff like that. So that's for the agenda today, I'm going to try and get some of those units put in, paint it up. Okay, I'll do that today. That's what I'll do. If I can walk. What have we got now? 600 meters to go, and then we're on the final round. So by that point, by the time I finish this interval, I've done 21k, okay, of run walk strategy. So two kilometers running, 1 kilometer walking. And so then just one more round to go to make that up to the 24 kilometers, which in miles, I think is 15 miles. Yeah, because I know, right, let's just work it out, right? Let's just work out that runner's maths. 21 kilometers is your half marathon, and that's 13 miles. So 21, 22, 23, 24, 3 kilometers, 3.2 kilometers is 2 miles. So I'm going to say with as much certainty as I can that this is 15 miles, this run today. But I'm also just going to say 24 kilometers because I know that's actually what it is, because it may be like 14.95. And personally, I'm not comfortable with saying it's 15 if it's 14.95, you know? That is just, that's the equivalent of rounding up a 4.95 kilometer run and calling it a 5k, which again, just sit well with me, because I am anal like that. I am really quite specific with my running when it comes up. I'm happy to do under, but I'm not going to call it. I'm not going to call it the distance if it's not. I'd rather run past my house than do that. What have we got? Oh lordy lord. Right. I don't know how you can comment on a vertical live. I've got absolutely no idea how anything happens on vertical live. Shall I do a start poll or a Q&A? What else? What happens on here? I don't know. I've got no idea. You'll have to tell me if any of this is of any use whatsoever to you. But essentially, I'm just doing it because YouTube said, hey, why don't you try vertical live? That would be quite cool. And I thought, you know what? I am bored out of my tree doing this run today. So yes, here I am on my vertical live, and I have internet connection, which is, you know, surprising, if I'm honest. And people keep coming past me with their dogs or running past being like, oh my God, look at that woman. Literally, who the heck is she talking to? I'm talking to you guys. And hopefully you can watch this anyway on the on catch up. Man, words are starting to fail me. I am getting to that point in the run now where brain function, cognitive function is low, even though I did have that caffeine gel. There's no replacement for a good old flat white, is there, when it comes to some caffeine, brain boosting caffeine. The open judgment on people's faces. I mean, I'm fine with it. I can roll with that. So what I want to know is there anything specific you want to know about long distance running training? I've done lots of long distance runs. I don't know how many. So I'm working towards an ultra run. It's a 50 kilometer. So it's not that, it's your entry level distance of ultra running. Okay. So this is the meat. This is what you want to know, right? Ultra running. What is it? How far is that? What is it? Okay. Your entry level ultra is 50 kilometers. That is 8 kilometers longer than a marathon, which if you are marathon fit, i.e. if you can run a marathon, you can do a 50k ultra. Absolutely no sweat, no problem. It's really fine. It's really fine. Then you've got your sort of middle, you got your 75 kilometer distance, and then you got your 100 kilometer distance, and then you got your 100 mile distance. Now, the people in that 100 miles all over there, all the way over there, they're mad. They're the crazy people. The people that do 100 kilometers also mad. I've done one of those. I think it was harder. No, it wasn't harder than childbirth. That would be an exaggeration. But it was up there in the top 3, and I have 2 children. So make of that what you will. And I've done 175, which was fine. And then I've done a handful of 50Ks. So this 50K specifically that I'm training for now is at the end of June, and it is a trail run. So I know it's going to probably be more, it'll be run walk, it'll be interval type Oh, hi. Hi. Well, I'm so pleased to hear that you are enjoying my runny rambling. And I'm so pleased to see a comment. Now I can see how the comments come up. Fantastic, thank you. Yeah, so I've done a handful of 50Ks, and this one I've not done before, but the only reason I'm doing it actually is because it literally runs through my driveway at our new house. So I was like, well, it would be rude not to do it. So we've offered the race organisers our driveway to use as like an aid station. It's quite a handy space for them to use. So yeah, so that's there. So that's coming up end of June. And before that, I'm doing a half marathon walk with my mum, who is not in any way, shape or form into fitness. So I'm so proud of her because she's been training to do this half marathon hike. So we're doing that at the beginning of June, and I've been supporting her with that. Me and my sisters are doing that with her. We're just gonna have a lovely day. I hope the weather's gonna be like this, but not too hot, because I cannot deal with the moaning. I will just make sure that I bring the positivity and the joy and the many TED Talks along the way that I will do, because that's essentially what I do, about why this is good and why it's okay to do hard things, and hard things feel hard because they are hard, and that's okay, because otherwise things wouldn't mean, you know, you've heard me say it on my workouts all the time, right? We're about to get going. Do you know, I don't really know whether to feel apprehensive or excited that this is going to be the last one. Look at that sky. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful today? Okay, we're off. This is it. This is the final 2 kilometers. Oh my life. I am feeling all sorts of feels about this being the last 2. Yes. So I know I've done 21k now. So this is kilometer number 22 now. And I know lots of people will be like, how can you like run and talk? Practice. How can I exercise and talk? Practice. It's like, I mean, something bad's got to be happening for me not to be chatting. That's generally, you know, something. It's either hard, too hard, or I'm too sad to talk, because it's my natural state, just a bit of a chatterbox, really. So I do like to have a chat whilst running. That's why I like running with my running buddy, because we have a good old natter, a good old catch up, and often by the end of a run there's still more to say. Who knew? I don't know whether that's just because we specifically just chat a lot. Well, I think anybody that I run with usually gets me in their ear chatting away about all sorts of nonsense. Here we go, into a slightly shaded bit, which is nice. Got some lovely ladies coming up in front here. Morning. They're having a good old chat as well, see? There you go. Lots of runners out today. Probably thinking, God, I wish I'd started earlier. But you know, it's just what it is on this lovely late spring day, but windy. Still a bit windy. We're into this first kilometre now. We're running up a storm. Just concentrating on just keeping going forward. That's the other thing with the running. Exercise in general, you know it's going to end. So when it feels really hard, it's often easy to think of that point at which you think, oh my God, it feels so hard. And all you want to do is stop, because it's like that big red self-preservation button that you just want to press and be like, I don't want to die. I'm too young to die. I can't do this anymore. But actually, your brain is being a bit of a drama queen. You have to sometimes de-escalate yourself. And I'm speaking from a place of knowingness. Okay, I really know what I'm talking about when it comes to escalation, de-escalation, and anxiety. Trust me on that one when I say that. I've gone through all the emotions on all the runs. So sometimes it's about just concentrating on the one thing. What's the one thing? And if you're going to have to concentrate on the thing that hurts, is it the head? Is it the lungs? Is it the legs? Okay, which one of those is it? Almost guaranteed it's not the legs. I mean, yes, later in the run, it's the legs. But at first, it'll be the lungs. Then they'll know what they're doing. But most likely, it's the head. That is where everything takes place. That is your mental battle. You're mentally struggling through that run, through that exercise. And that's okay. It's okay. There's no point in being like, don't. Oh, yes, you're finding it hard. You don't need to find it hard. Don't find it. Of course you're going to find it hard. It's hard. It's hard. Do a hard thing. Acknowledge it's hard. Grit your teeth and go on. Keep going with it. And just be consistent. Persevere. Build your grit, your determination, because that's where we build our resilience. You know that phrase, you grow through what you go through. And there's like, exercise is so valuable in that way of teaching us that we can do that. You know, you can, nearly got run over. You can build that resilience, build that mental fortitude right where you are by pushing through, thinking you couldn't, realizing that you could, and then feeling like the absolute bomb, feeling amazing, feeling like you've achieved something, even if it was, yeah, okay, fine, another kilometre or another few seconds on that clock, few reps on that exercise move. But you know, that all adds up, and it adds up to your mental, that shift, you know, that shift in your self-esteem, that shift in you believing that maybe you can do something that you thought you couldn't do. Maybe you are that person who has the right to say, I am a runner. You know, I know there's many of you out there that will say that you're not a runner. I beg to differ. If you run, you're a bloody runner. And that's all there is to it. I have taught non-runners to run marathons. Okay, I know what I'm talking about. There's no hiding from me here. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, how long have we got here? How long have we got? Oh, yes, we're almost about to tick over to that kilometre. The other thing you get really good at, by the way, is gauging time and distance. There we go, that's just ticked over. We've got 1 kilometre of running left. So as soon as we tick over, I go, okay, well now that's 0.99. Literally, positively reframe straight away, instead of being like, oh, I've got a whole kilometre left. Because as soon as you've taken one step into that kilometre, it is now that. See that hill? It's there. What did I say I was going to do then? Now, what have I got? 200 metres. That's like 200 steps. So let's count to 10, 20 times. See where the runner's max comes in. That's where it happens. This is an absolute beast of a hill. I'm going to show you real quick. Just going to slow to a walk for a second. Okay, you can't see the gradient on that as I'm showing it to you. Let me just assure you, it's steep. You can't see it. You can't tell. You can't tell. I can tell. I'm on it. And I've got 140 metres to go of this hill. And then I've got a 1 kilometre walk to cool down. Jesus. Okay. This is normally the point where I'm starting to swear. I'm gonna have to bring it down. I've done, oh God, about 80 metres. It gets really high here. I've done 23 kilometres at this point, and so I think it's all right, isn't it? It's acceptable now to walk this last bit, I think. Oh, okay, up we go. We're nearly there. 60 metres. Oh, playing laser tag over here somewhere. Looks like fun. Oh, goodness me. Right, what have I got? 30 metres till I finish this run. Oh my goodness, 30 metres. I'm kind of already finished early, but I might just run a little bit of the cool down just to make up for that bit of hill that I just gave up on at the end. Oh, goodness me. Right, I'm going to run the last bit here. Run the last, let's say I'm going to run 100 meters here into this final bit of my, I'm now in the cool down. So I've done 23k, 24k training run. The last kilometre is a cool down walk. It's part of the intervals that I've been doing, the 2k run, 1k walk. So it's not like it's easy, because at this point I need a drink, I need something to eat, and I need to go for a wee. That's okay. So I'm really close now to the end. Yes. Okay, where are we up to? I gave myself, yep, that's it, that's fine. That's fine, that's good. Okay, so now I'm in the last bit. I can say with all certainty that I was really not looking forward to that run this morning. However, now it's done. I feel like, I think it would be an over-exaggeration to say I feel like $1 million, because I don't. But I feel good, I feel really accomplished. I feel like I've achieved something. I've been outside, which I absolutely love. That's really important to me. I love being outside. I need to feel the sun on my skin. I tell you what I do need to do, that I've realised as I've got older, is that I actually, what about you guys? I need to feel like the seasons. I need to be in the seasons, and I need to experience them, because it's so easy to just be inside so much that you go out in the summer, but I need to be in those seasons. I need to feel the changes throughout the year. And I know that probably sounds a little bit like random and a bit like maybe a bit woo-woo, but I just find that I'm so much happier and so much more connected with just what's going on in my life if I can be present in each season, rather than just being like, oh, it's cold, I'm going to stay indoors, or it's hot, I'm going to be outdoors, or it's too hot, I'm going to be back indoors again. I just love being out and, like, you know, just being here. If you only get one life, wouldn't it be a shame if you didn't take it? Take every opportunity. I mean, who knows? But if it's just once, it would be a shame to miss half of it by being indoors, I think. I'd rather be outside freezing my butt cheeks off. Would I? Ask me again in December, probably not. But do you know what I mean, though? Does anyone experience the same sort of thing of just like having to really root yourself in the seasons? There's a really cool playground over there. Let me show you. It's really cool. Look at this. I've got like a mega slide, and it's all like nets in the top of the trees. That's so cool. I could bring my kids here, they'll absolutely love it. I would obviously get my husband to do it, because it looks too high. If you were here earlier in the live, you'll hear me talking about how I don't miss the playground days with the kids, when I used to just be like stood around the edge, and everybody's like so cool with their kids just going off and like fighting with sticks and like being at the top of the tallest tower with no shoes on, and I was always like, the anxiety is literally crippling me. Anyway, that's just me. That's just my genetic and brain makeup, my neurodiverse makeup that I have. Never mind. Right. I think, lovely people, it's time for me to sign off, because I'm heading back to the car and the cafe, and it's been lovely chatting to you. It's been my first vertical live. I've enjoyed my first vertical live. It's even nicer that I can do it outside with you. So I'm going to pop back on for another vertical live later. Maybe not today, but certainly soon. Maybe I'll do it while I'm writing all my fitness programs. Would you like that? I bet you'd like that, wouldn't you? You'd like to get the inside track. So, yeah, I'm going to sign off now. Big love. Enjoy your weekend. Take care. And remember, it's okay to do hard things, including how to finish live streaming on the vertical. Let's see if I can work it.